Curious to know why Mrs. Sanger has devoted her life to the birth control movement. If you'd like to hear her answer to the charge that birth control is a sin, and if you want to get her views on politics, divorce, and God, we'll go after those stories in just a moment.
Saying my prayers for Mother's benefit was spasmodic. One evening, as I finished this dutiful ritual, I climbed on Father's chair to kiss him goodnight. What was that you were saying about bread? Why, that's the Lord's Prayer. Give us this day our daily bread. Who are you talking to? To God. Is God a baker? Oh! A new pair of gloves! I wonder you even deigned to come to school at all. Even when I sat down, she did not stop. To be strongly sexed means that the life force can permeate and radiate through body and soul. The male is so constituted that once stimulated, he's immediately prepared for action. The average man's like an orangutan trying to play a violin. He plunged into the rising stream of New York City life, taking an apartment uptown. Often I was called in the middle of the night on a maternity case. Many times, labor terminated before the doctor could arrive, and I had to perform the delivery. To see a baby born is one of the greatest human experiences. Holding the miracle, the perfect creature with its tiny hands and feet, like entering a cathedral with prayer in my heart. Children flew down from heaven because God wills it. He alone has the right to stay their coming. Even though some little angels of the flesh through moral, mental, or physical deformity of parents may appear to human eyes hideous, misshapen, a blunt, uncivilized society, we must not lose sight of this Christian thought. Harold! Come on over to my office and bring your record on Mrs. Sanger. Why, Harold? What are you doing, persecuting this little woman so frail and so delicate, the mother of a family? You do not want to put her behind bars, do you? She is doing a noble work in this world, and here you are behaving like this. Are you representing the government, or are you nearly prejudiced on your own behalf? More marriages fail from inadequate and clumsy sex love than from too much sex love. Sex love without passion is a poor, lifeless thing. There are many girls who, upon any contact with a semen, have a disgust and repulsion from which it takes some time to recover. Few people wanted to enter hospitals. They were afraid they might be practiced upon. A woman's own bedroom, no matter how inconveniently arranged, was the usual place for her lying in. I was not sufficiently free from domestic duties to be a general nurse, but I could manage obstetrical cases. More and more, my calls began to come from the Lower East Side. I hated the hopelessness and wretchedness of the poor and never experienced that satisfaction in working among them as so many noble women have found. These submerged, untouched classes were beyond the scope of any organized charity or religion. No labor union, no church, not even the Salvation Army reached them. There were then 10,000 apartments in New York into which no sun ray penetrated. Mrs. Mary Sullivan, head of the City Policeman's Bureau, was superintending the raid in person. You have no right to touch those files. Not even the nurses ever see them. They're the private property of the doctors. Everybody outside, into the patrol wagon. You are being booked under Section 1142 of the New York Statutes disseminating birth control information. And I think
the greatest sin in the world is bringing children into the world that have diseased from their parents, that have no chance in the world of being a human being, practically. Delinquents, prisoners, all sorts of things just mocked when they're born. That, to me, is the greatest sin people can commit.
Miss Sanger, I thank you so much for taking time out and coming and talking to us here this evening.
And Mr. Wallace, I've never smoked, but I'm going to begin to take up smoking and choose Philip Morris as the cigarette for me to take.